Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have our boy TEQ Final Form Cooler right here, who I definitely think is a unit that kind of should be up for an EZA. The only thing that's unfortunate about our boy TEQ Cooler, who was actually very underrated and very solid for a long time, but he Dokkan Awakens from the medals from the Physical Cooler Dokkan Fest event. And Physical Cooler obviously has still not even had his EZA. I mean, there's a reason for that, right? Because he's so ridiculous. I mean, you know, it's I don't even know what they're gonna do with Physical Final Form Cooler because he's already still amazing, honestly. So like he's just gonna be insane. But that means that this guy probably won't get an EZA for quite a while. But you know, the longer units it takes to get EZAs, like the more staying power I guess they eventually will have. I'm gonna go ahead and rainbow this Final Form Cooler because he's gonna be very good. He's one of the units that you can use in the Wicked Bloodline Extreme Z area, and of course one of the two stages is against AGL Cooler, so this TEQ Final Form Cooler will demolish. So I'm going to go ahead and rainbow this guy, use him for that EZA area, then of course we will go ahead and do a rainbow showcase for this guy. Again, he's good. I mean, here's the thing, you know, Frieza family units, like, okay, so this cooler has Thirst for Conquest, 15%, Big Bad Bosses, 25%, Brutal Beatdown, 10%, Universe's Most Malevolent, 15%. Fierce Battle, 15%. So this guy has 80% attack from links. Like, you know. That's why, like, Frieza family units and a Frieza family team is very good. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Alright, so we're in an event with our boy TEQ Final Form Cooler. So let's go ahead and take a look at how strong our boy can be. Definitely in a unit that is in need of an EZA. Probably would still be a while before this guy would get an EZA, however, because remember, he does awaken with medals from the Physical Cooler Dokkan Fest event, right? And of course, Physical Cooler hasn't even gotten his EZA yet, so this guy's probably quite a ways off. I would say, you know, because it depends, right? Because Physical Cooler could EZA, you know, as early as like July of 2020. And then, you know, maybe we don't see his EZA until like July of 2021, right? Because there's 10 120% leads, so you know the order that they go in is going to be like, you know, who knows, right, what they're going to do. All right, so this guy doesn't have defense from his passive, yet he's at 80k right there, which is pretty good. Now obviously that's from Android 17 giving a lot of defense, as well as the int Golden Frieza EZA. That int Golden Frieza is absolutely amazing, by the way. So like definitely do not sleep on that int Golden Frieza. You know, his support type ability is crazy. Alright, so let's see what our boy TEQ Cooler will be able to bust out right here. Once we get STR Cooler with him, 1.25, I mean, that's good. Like, because, okay, so this Cooler got his awakening, what was that, March 1st of 2017. That's a really solid amount of damage right there with one support, right? Now, obviously, you know, here's the thing, right? Wicked Bloodline, Lineage of Evil characters are always going to look better in Dokkan than many other types of characters because their links are so consistent across the board, right? Like, you look at TEQ Final Form Cooler, he has Thirst for Conquest, 15% attack, Big Bad Bosses, 25% attack, Universe's Most Malevolent, 15% attack, and then Fierce Battle, 15% attack. So it just makes these units, like, so crazy together. Like, seriously, they just look very, very impressive. And most of these Wicked Bloodline units are like this. It's not like, you know, only, like, a couple of them are. And it's what makes them, honestly, so damn good. You know what's interesting about this, too, is that I believe Physical Final Form Cooler, he has shocking speed, does he not? Let me pull him up real quick. Yes, he does. But STR Cooler does not. I believe this is the exact same link set, actually, as STR Cooler. So, when they're linked up together, they have the entire same link set. Like, that is so powerful. Here, let me go ahead and put him right here. So this is going to be insane, right? So now we're at 67k defense, which is not really as good, but it's still solid. I mean, we'd be able to do a lot of damage. Let me put STR Cooler first. Maybe if Goku super attacks, we could activate Big Bad Bosses, actually. I'm not going to transform into STR Final Form Cooler, because remember that basically at that point he's going to lose his support, but his links do not change when he transforms. He has all of the same links. So, you know, this is nearly as good as it can get. 2.7 by you. Okay, don't crit, please. Remember, he has guaranteed crits when he transforms, but Okay, that's good. 1.69. I mean, again, that's good. Like, for how old he is, like we have to properly, we can't have unrealistic expectations for this guy, right? Like, it's not like, okay, we're doing the showcase for TEQ Final Form Cooler. Oh, he didn't hit 2.5 million, he sucks dick. Like, right? Like, he came out in 2017, right? Like, we have to really properly, like, you know, like, evaluate this guy in context here. And I think he's quite good. You know, obviously he'll be a very strong option for that Wicked Bloodline EZA area for the Int Final Form Frieza, as well as the AGL Cooler. You know, maybe you don't want to use this guy in the Frieza stage, but for the Cooler stage, he definitely will be a dominant option for sure, right? Okay, so we might actually be able to finish off Goku right here on this turn. I'm not really too sure. Let's see here. Because obviously the LR androids are going to be giving a massive attack buff to Android 13. And then Android 13 he's really good. But he can be obviously a lot better with a team full of target Goku allies, and if you're fighting Goku, which we are. Is the whole team target Goku? I think so. So, I mean, this is Android 13. Like, this is a huge damage attack he's busting out. Yeah. Yes, the entire team is target Goku. Yep. So, there we go. That was, you know, that's what, like, Android 13 can look like at his upper limits, but, like, you know, look at, like, cool STR Cooler's attack stat was higher, and, like, he wasn't even transformed. Like, then he has additionals, and then his guaranteed crits are against Pure Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyan, whereas 13's guaranteed crits are against only Goku. So, I mean, we could tell the clear difference between power between 13 and Cooler, right? Alright, so now we are on Cooler's Transformation Boost team. Well, and, of course, Terrifying Conquerors. Now, I mean, see, that's the thing about, like, these Cooler units, too, man. They're on a lot of really good teams. Like, you know, we're looking... We looked at Cooler basically on target Goku, as well as, you know, Transformation Boost / Terrifying Conquerors. But, like, he also is on Last Resort. He's got Wicked Bloodline. He has movie bosses. So, you know, Cooler units definitely get sucked off in Dokkan. Well, it's not just Dokkan, because... You know, Final Form Cooler is also in Legends one of the top 3 best units in the game as well. So, these games just love sucking Cooler's dick, right? Like, absolutely. Alright, so this is a very strong rotation for Cooler. You know, we do have Second Form Cell here. We have the Golden Cooler. All up, you know, able to get nice attack buffs for our boy Final Form Cooler right here. Let me see what his defense is on this rotation. 72k. I mean, that's decent. Again, that's not really too bad. That's pretty good. And again, Transformation Boost, you know, has a lot of the 50% supports for villains, right? Like, we have, Transformation Boost / Terrifying Conquerors, because Rildo is on there, the AGL one, Cell is on there, the TEQ one. Is Vegeta on Terrifying Conquerors? He is not. Okay, so Vegeta is not on there. STR is Hit. Hit is also not on there. And then the physical one, Super Boo is on there. So, like, Transformation Boost / Terrifying Conquerors is going to be, like, I think that's, like, going to be the best villain team for probably the foreseeable future, quite honestly, because you just have, like, everything you need on there. Movie Bosses is really good as well, but, I mean, you know, Transformation Boost / Terrifying Conquerors, like, if you guys have noticed, well, really, the way it works is any unit that's on Transformation Boost or Terrifying Conquerors, like, we do the showcase on that team. Like that's like the go-to, because Cooler is just so nuts as a support for so many units. You know, you have units like Turles, again, so many of the 50% supports, Int Metal Cooler, Physical Kid Buu. Like, you just go through, like through the list, and we just have so many ridiculous... Dude, Cooler is so insane. Like, these damage numbers he's putting out, and then he still has Big Bad Bosses in his back pocket. 25% attack and defense. Like, it's just... It's so disgusting how good Cooler is. Like, I don't know. Like it's just, like, it's crazy. Like, they really just sort of came out of nowhere, and they're like, okay, this guy's, like, the best freaking unit in the game, pretty much. Like, well, obviously, you know, outside of, like, some top-tier LRs at the time, but you guys know what I'm saying. Okay, so what I'll probably do, yeah, we'll go ahead and run the rotation just like this. Yeah, this is good right here. What is Cooler's defense? 76k, okay. And then next turn, we'll be able to see, so we'll have the rotation as Cooler, and then we're also going to have Physical Kid Boost. That's going to be really good, right? Being able to see Physical Kid Buu giving the 50%. Well, actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, actually. Kid Buu is going to give the same buff to Cooler that... okay, Second Form Cell is giving the same buff to this Cooler that Kid Buu would. If anything, Cell's buff is going to be a little bit better because he's also giving him Ki. But, of course, the cooler units work so well together that that's not really going to matter anyway, right? So, just very, very impressive overall. I mean, I'm in love with this team. I'm in love with these cooler units. I mean, they did a very, very good job with them, right? So, I figure we'll probably go ahead and get one more rotation here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get one more rotation. We'll go ahead and take a look at the Kid Buu rotation, just to confirm that it's the same attack set. And then we'll go ahead and move into the unit info breakdown. But, I mean, let's be real. This cooler is very strong. I mean, for EZA area, like, you want to give yourself a little bit of an advantage and rainbow this guy. Like, it's not going to hurt. He's good. It's just he obviously, of course, is not as good as, like, physical Final Form cooler, right? But, duh. Like, that's the only thing that's holding him back. But, hopefully once they EZA these guys, like, they would maybe make, like, this TEQ Final Form cooler, like, a ridiculous support type unit for one of these category teams or something like that. Like, what if this TEQ cooler was, like, last resort, like, like 40% attack and defense and 2 Ki for TEQ Final Form cooler once he got his EZA or something like that, right? Like, that's the type of stuff that they need to and should do to really make some of these units just look very, very impressive. So, yep, here's Cooler again, same defensive stat, 76k. I mean, considering he gets no defensive buffs whatsoever, and remember, if we got Big Bad Bosses, his attack could go even higher. I mean, if Buu supered here and did enough damage, okay, maybe he will, and we activate Big Bad Bosses, his attack stat would jump over 2 million, I think, and his defense would jump up close to 100k, I believe. That's not enough, yeah. The team is just too strong, like, but there you go. TEQ Final Form Cooler is good. We got another additional super attack by him. He does have a rare chance to stun, by the way, so he could potentially be, like, maybe a little bit of a small sleeper option for something like, Super Battle Road. Probably more so, like, category Super Battle Road. Or, well, I guess, there's only so many extreme tech type options, right? So, that he would be good there. But, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this guy. Alright, so this is Heinous Attack Cooler Final Form. His leader skill is AGL, Tech, and Physical type Ki 2 and 30% of stats, so definitely pretty fodder right there. His super attack is the Death Chaser, which does supreme damage and has a rare chance of stunning the enemy. The rare chance is probably 15%? No, it's 20%. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. His passive skill, Declaration of Omnipotence. Okay. Cooler is definitely not omnipotent, but sure, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. He gets 90% attack at the start of turn. Like, that's one of those OG passives, right? Now, these passives are like freaking verses, right? Like 50 sentences long. Back then, just 90% attack at start of turn. I love that. His links are Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Universe's Most Malevolent, and Fierce Battle. Amazing link set. Like, that's the thing. Like, man, does he have a crazy link set. So, I mean, that, of course, is going to help this guy look very, very good. And, sharing, like, all links with STR Cooler, one of the probably 10 best units in the game, that's very important. That's very, very, very meaningful. So that's interesting. Now, he actually has a 12 key multiplier of 145%, which is very atypical of just one of these, units that would awaken from, like, a new Dokkan Fest exclusive. Because remember, this guy got his awakening when Physical Final Form Cooler released, now over 3 years ago, right? And then finally, our boy Cooler is on a number of very strong and very good category teams. Oh, I gave him I didn't even know he had equipment on. A level 1 attack. Okay, yeah, there's some random units I gave, like, random pieces of equipment, when the equipment thing first started. I've pretty much stopped doing that, but if I get, like, 3 copies of a piece of equipment or something like that, I'll just start, divvying it out to random units. Alright, so Cooler is on Movie Bosses here. Movie Bosses, of course, is a ridiculous category. Despite the fact that there's really not as many units in here as you would think, it's still very good. I really do wish it was a Movie Villain category rather than Movie Bosses, but, whatever. Then he's also over here on Transformation Boost. Of course, Kefla, Super Buu. Transformation Boost, like Pure Saiyan and Goku family. Those are the 3 teams that, like, pretty much no matter what Dokkan does at this point, it's going to get new characters added to those categories. So, like, those are, like, the safest teams, you could build around if you're a free-to-play player or a new player, right? Transformation Boost, Goku family, and Pure Saiyans, because they just will get updated every 5 seconds. Then Cooler is also down here on, this is Wicked Bloodline right here. I actually would like some new powerful options so Wicked Bloodline get added. It is good, but, I think it's time for maybe, like, a third form transforming Frieza into full power Frieza, like, transforming Third form Frieza into final form into full power would be nice. A final form Frieza that transforms into Golden Frieza would be nice. Then an Angel final form Frieza that transforms into Angel Golden Frieza. All of those would be good, right? I think we could get a better metal cooler, like an LR metal cooler or something like that. Like, there's still a lot of stuff to do. And then, of course, you know, heroes. You know, we could get Dokkan Fest exclusive Golden Cooler, Dokkan Fest exclusive Golden Metal Cooler. You know, those things definitely do exist. And then Mecha Frieza could use a better unit as well. So, all that is on the table. He's also over here on Terrifying Conquerors. This is a team that eventually is going to start getting a lot better as, like, some of these characters in here start getting Dokkan Fest exclusives, like Slug and Bojack and stuff like that. Then down here, Cooler's also on Target Goku, which is, again, it's a very solid team, actually. It's just the problem is that no one runs Android 13, right, which does hold you back a little bit. And then finally, Cooler is down here on Last Resort. Gotta love Last Resort. Also, like, an amazing, one of the best teams in the game type team right here. We have just some pure nasty monsters on this category. Ooh, Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku. I would love to see that boy get, like, a new card, especially because he just dropped on Legends and he's quite good, so that would be interesting to see. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.